Ashura, when God rewrote history, did you know that a single day unites some of the most extraordinary moments in the history of faith? This is the story of Ashura, a day when legends were born, destinies were rewritten, and courage echoed through the centuries. Long ago, after Adam and Eve were sent to earth, Adam was filled with regret and longing for forgiveness. Tradition tells us that Adam wept for 300 years, his tears watering the earth as he pleaded for God's mercy. On the 10th of Muharram, the day known as Ashura, his prayers were finally answered. Divine forgiveness descended, marking the first miracle of this sacred day, a reminder that mercy is always possible, no matter how far we fall. Centuries later, the world was engulfed by a great flood. Rain battered the earth for 40 days and nights, turning all that was known into a vast ocean. At the heart of the storm was Noah's Ark, carrying his family and pairs of animals, searching for land and hope. On Ashura, the floodwaters finally receded, and the Ark came to rest atop Mount Judy. Humanity received another chance, and Ashura became a symbol of survival and salvation, a promise that hope can rise from the darkest storms. Time moved on, and so did the trials. Abraham, known for his unwavering faith, faced the ultimate test: God's command to sacrifice his beloved Ismail. On Ashura, as Abraham prepared to carry out this heart-wrenching act, a miracle occurred. God sent a ram to take Ismail's place, transforming a moment of loss into one of mercy. Ashura now carried the lesson that true devotion is met with compassion, and faith can transform destiny. Ashura is also the day of Moses, who led his people to freedom. When the Israelites were trapped between Pharaoh's army and the Red Sea, it seemed as if all hope was lost. But on Ashura, Moses struck the sea with his staff, and the waters parted, creating a path to safety. Pharaoh's army followed, but the sea returned, and justice was delivered. This miracle taught generations that when you stand for what's right, help can arrive in the most unexpected ways. Across these stories, a pattern emerges. Ashura is a day of great trials, answered by unwavering faith and ultimately, miraculous triumphs. For centuries, believers drew strength from these legends, trusting that with hardship comes relief, and with faith, comes victory. But history had one more chapter to write. A chapter at Karbala, centuries after Moses. On the burning sands of Iraq, the grandson of Prophet Muhammad, Hussein ibn Ali, stood with just 72 companions, facing an army of thousands. For 3 days, they suffered without water. No ram appeared. No sea parted. The miracles of old did not arrive. Yet, Hussein and his followers stood strong, choosing principle over survival. Their courage became the miracle. They proved that sometimes, God asks us to become the heroes to stand against injustice, even when the odds are impossible. Ashura's story did not end at Karbala. Today, nearly 2 billion people around the world honor this day not just with mourning, but with action. Communities serve meals to the hungry, organize blood donation drives, and reach out to those in need, inspired by the sacrifices of Ashura. The legacy of this day is not just in remembering the past, but in shaping a more compassionate future. So what does Ashura mean for us, here and now? You don't need to witness seas parting, or see miracles descend from the sky to make a difference. Every time you help someone in need, every time you speak for the oppressed, or show kindness to a stranger, you continue the legacy of Ashura. You become part of the story, a story of faith, courage and hope. If you're ready to carry this mission forward, drop a star in the comments and subscribe for more stories that changed the world. This is Curio Crate, where history's greatest lessons inspire tomorrow's heroes. Hit like and subscribe so we meet again.